And that is with the horrible movie of the week and the 5 issues. So this week I didn't watch the movie because I had a bunch of President's Day sales, and they kind of were lame because it was horrible weather. But Brendan filled in admirably for us. So Brendan, why don't you go ahead and kick it off for us? What movie did you watch this week?
This week, I watched Young Ones.
Young Ones.
It's a new movie, I think, on Netflix. So
Okay.
you can watch it on Netflix, but don't do it.
No, do it. Do it. Do it. We want to see what you think too.
Yeah. All right, fine. You can watch it too. But anyway,
Wait, no, wait.
I'm
The
warning
reason,
you. Okay, look, it
it's
was a
5
bad
reasons
movie.
why you should not watch it. Okay, don't watch it.
Here's the 5 reasons you should not watch it. And honestly, there was enough bad reasons on this. I wanted to do some honorable mentions, but I'm just going to do a top 5.
Top
Just
5
know
it.
there are more reasons.
Top 5 it. There's always more
Okay.
reasons than 5. We're just trying to slim it down for you people.
But I just want to emphasize there are more really close reasons. This was hard to narrow down to 5.
I've
There's
never
like-
done a horrible movie of the week and had like less than 10 reasons why. I just got to narrow it down to 5 for people. So,
All right.
okay, so Young
Number
Ones.
5.
Give us number 5.
Number 5. The chapter set was awkward. Like, I know this maybe you feel like it's nitpicking, but it just annoyed me the whole time. So the movie is split up into 3 chapters for some
Okay.
reason.
Do they
And
get older
tell you
in
the
each
chapter.
chapter?
They give you a little card saying chapter 1, and it's the name of whoever I guess they're following.
Mhm.
But yeah, they're kind of following that person more during that chapter. But everyone else is still there, including all the other chapter people. So it doesn't really. It's like why? And it's not that great of a. I don't know. It's just not really set up like a chapter-y movie. There was no reason for it, and the chapter card looks crappy. It's just some black text in the center of the screen.
Put a little production into your chapter cards.
It
Come
says,
on.
Chapter 1. This guy's name. Like, okay,
Okay, all right.
great.
Just
Is
done
this
some
going to go
other way?
somewhere? Is this going to be good? Nope. It's
Nope.
not.
Nope, not good.
No, unnecessary. Unnecessary. Just like looks like a crap chap ever. Anyway, so that's chapter 5. That's 5
Chapter
Is it
5.
of the 3 chapters. Okay. 4. Okay. The music doesn't match almost any of the scenes. Like it doesn't even have that much music, but when it does put in music, it's like this is strange music for what's going on here.
Strange
this is-
music.
A weird kind of happy for this somewhat happy scene. This is not a very serious music for this supposedly serious and violent scene, and like the dreary music doesn't match. Like the weird psychedelic music doesn't match. Sometimes it's like kind of westerny music, which somewhat matches because it's all like desert-like in this movie. Because the main premise is that at least this large area of land in the U.S. has not had rain in, I don't know, decades or something like
Fun
that.
fact. Fun fact.
Okay.
Climatologists expect the southwestern region of the United States to be in a mega drought between 2050 and 2080. Fun fact. Fun fact.
Hey, maybe that's what this is based off. I don't know.
Actually, that's not a very fun
Um,
fact. That's a very bad fact. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have argued with that fact. Sorry.
Mm. We can discuss
It's
this
like I'm
at
just gonna
great
keep
length
putting
at another
podcasts.
all words for my face science sometime. But
Words from
but
my
this movie
face
was not a very good
science.
depiction of it. So that's number 4. Yeah, the music was just like it was like distractingly bad.
And music, you hear me say that a lot. It can make or break a movie for me. You get movies like Star Wars. That was a great movie, but parts of like I'd say at least a quarter of the reason that movie is so great, whether you realize it or not, is because of the soundtrack. When Darth Vader
Oh,
walks in, you got the March of the whatever they call it. That's great. You have the little, Luke looking up at the 3 suns or whatever, and you have that little music playing in the background. Lord of the Rings, so great because it's got amazing score. Just get John Williams. That's all you got to do. John Williams is the greatest movie composer, and Danny Elfman's pretty good too.
There are a few good ones. I mean, John Williams is definitely the best. There's
He's the
definitely
best,
some good
yeah.
ones, and also honestly, you can go with even stock music, which it sounded like this movie was just some kind of random stock music not made for the movie. That's what it sounded like to me. But you can do it and do a better job by selecting better stock music to fit your scenes. Like, I don't know, maybe when people are dying of thirst and literally about to die, you should have something more somber, intense.
Water
something.
everywhere and not a drop to drink.
It shouldn't be like
It's like, yay, they're all dying. Yay! Die some more. Yeah.
So, yeah, bad. So number 3.
Number 3.
And this one, the top 3, any of them honestly could have been number 1. It was hard to pick. One, number 3. There was no real character development at all.
Who needs to develop characters in a movie? Please.
Yeah. I think the closest you get to character development is the kind of bad guy character. But in the end, like, he starts off, you're not sure how much of a jerk he is, and then pretty soon he's a really big jerk. And then by the end he stays a jerk. And it's just like, okay, you see like glimpses of things, like you think, hey, maybe he'll change a little bit. No, not maybe. No, doesn't. He's the same. The protagonist, pretty much the same the whole way through. Like, you almost think, hey, but he did this thing that he didn't do before, but he was saying from the beginning of the movie he could do the thing, and everyone around him says, yeah, you could do the thing.
Is this a bad thing?
That's it. And
Is it
so
a bad
then
thing
eventually
that they said he could do?
Yeah, there's no real conflicts there for him. There was nothing that he overcame. None of the other characters overcame anything. The stupid people stayed stupid.
The character's supposed to overcome the bad guy.
Yeah, that's. But it was like that's the closest that happens, and it wasn't even that interesting. Right? Okay. I'll get to that.
Okay.
But yeah, all pretty much. Yeah. No character develops at all.
Like I said,
Side characters
why would
don't
you want your
develop?
character to develop in a movie, Brendan? That makes no sense. You want them to be the exact same all the way from beginning to end.
Hey, I mean, if that's the kind of movie you want, watch this
joking.
movie.
That's
It's got it for you.
This movie is for you if you like zero character development, zero story growth, and zero fun at all.
See, I mean, I've heard the theory that comedy television is supposed to be like that. At least overall. Over the course of an episode, you don't want much development. You want things to be the same at the end as they are at the beginning.
So that you can have another
Not so
episode,
much for one-off movies that are supposed to be serious, like sci-fi movies. Yeah, those you want some character development for. Like we were just talking about Star Wars. You got some character development in there.
Just no.
People
Luke
change.
didn't
Learn
grow
things
into a
about
great
themselves.
Jedi Master towards the end. He didn't do that.
He learns things about himself.
Han Solo didn't become a
He
greedy,
teases
go
the
from a
dark
greedy,
side.
greedy smuggler to a hero. Darth
Yeah.
Vader didn't turn good towards the end. No.
Or over the course of the whole thing, he didn't turn bad and then good and all, whatever. Anyway,
All right, number 2.
number 2. So there's like a lead girl in this movie. It's the sister of one of the main characters and the daughter of the other, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like even the description says like the big thing is like surround. Like I guess she's supposed to be a real big focal character. Yeah, she's just worthless. Like, you don't need her. Like there's only one purpose for her in the whole movie, and that's to have a connection between the villain guy and the family. But
Okay.
she is just utterly worthless. Her scenes are the worst scenes in the entire. And this is a bad movie. Her scenes make no sense. They're very sudden. Her acting is very sudden. It's just, oh, I'm going to yell at you, Dad, because I hate you. It's like, but there was no context for this. This is the first time we've talked to you.
Is she really pretty?
No, not
Okay,
that
well.
pretty. She's okay.
No.
Didn't benefit anything. Luckily, she's not in that many scenes. But again, if she's supposed to be an important character, why is she not in very many scenes? She's just not. And again, she has no character development. She likes the bad guy. She just continues to.
Okay,
And
well.
she's just clueless about anything about his character. and she adds nothing. She's angry at the dad. She kind of is nice to the brother. And she loves the other guy. And all her scenes just make little sense. She's just super emotional randomly, but she doesn't add anything. Nothing.
So
Why is she there?
Sucks.
She's actually just annoying. She's like, why did you just burst out into tears over this? Nothing happening. Whatever. So yeah. So
all right. So number one reason you hated this movie.
Okay, so the ending. There was just the end, and like we say, endings are a big problem often. But let me put it this way with this ending. By about 2 to 3 minutes before the ending, like you kind of suspected that something like this was going to happen. And spoiler alert. So.
No, you're supposed to give it away and then say spoiler alert. That's how we do it on the show. I'm going to give a spoiler alert. No, so here's the recap. First give it away, then say spoiler alert.
Here's the recap of the chapter plot lines. First chapter, you meet the dad. He's a hardworking guy. The villain guy kills him.
Okay.
Somewhat accidentally, but he kills him. Okay. And he doesn't tell anyone. He blames it on this other thing. And then he marries the guy's daughter and takes over the family. Okay. Second chapter is the guy taking over the family, right? But also bringing the farm back up by managing to get water to the place.
Okay.
Through sleazy blackmail things.
Well, he kills people and then marries people's daughters after he kills them. So sleazy.
Oh, and he does worse things. Then he tricks another guy and sells the other guy's baby.
Okay,
and gets
yeah,
that guy
sells
killed.
Babies. That's a check mark on the bad guy scale right there.
So that's the one good point about this is the villain at least
that he sells babies. That's a good thing.
No. They managed to get to the point that you don't like the villain. Like he's a jerk. I'm convinced by that.
Well, there you go.
He's not the most great jerk, but whatever.
He sells babies. That's all you got to say.
Yeah, he does that and kills people's dads for whatever.
And kills people's dads. So yeah, great movie. So go watch The Young Ones, everybody. But what would you give this as a rating for?
Wait, no. This is the recap. Now, chapter 3. The son, eventually finds out what happened, right?
Okay.
And immediately when he finds out, you're like, okay. So he's going to try and kill the guy now. Yep. That's what he does. And he finds out like about 5 minutes before he starts enacting his plan. Actually, almost the next minute, he starts enacting his plan, which is really straightforward. He just starts saying that the other guy.
All right, Brendan.
And
I'm sorry.
He traps him and he kills him where his father was. Yeah. But here's the thing. Like, about 3 minutes before the end, you're like, I'm bored. There is nothing interesting that could possibly come out of this ending. There's just not. They've set it up so that it's going to be predictable and it's going to be meaningless.
Okay.
It's just going to be the kid kills the guy, which you knew he could do before. There's no real conflict there. The guy begs for mercy, but it's like, okay, you know he's not going to do it because the kid was trained to be ruthless and kill people, even though he never did it before. That's the only thing. It's like the big thing is supposed to be like, oh, he's going to kill someone for the first time. But you don't care.
So give us a rating. We've been going on this horrible movie for the past 12 minutes, so give us a rating.
Okay.
What do you give it?
I'm going to give it 2.
2?
2. It gets that high because you at least believe that the guy was a jerk.
Okay.
And they had cool robotics, even though it didn't really mesh well with the scene. It had some cool robotics.
Okay, so give it 2 Chewbacca chainsaws out of 5.
All right. Has some cool real robotics.
All right, so let's